had Rick Barry on the show in hour one as he's getting ready to watch Canyon play for Florida against Wisconsin tonight. And I asked him who he thought the MVP of the NBA was, and while giving the proper hosannas to Russell Westbrook, he proffered that Russell is trying for his triple-doubles, whereas Oscar Robertson was not. Where would you stand on that? I
love that
theory.
I love that observation. Rick is he gets right to the point, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Well, you should have heard what he had to say about LeVar Ball, Kevin. I spared you on that one.
And that's a ticking time bomb right now.
Yes.
But anyway, the play of Westbrook is interesting. When you look at their stat sheet, what stands out the most is you see 2 points, 4 points, 6 points, 43 points, among all the starters. And there's no doubt that he's got the ball in his hand the most. But he is distributing, and he is playing both ends with the rebounding. It's just that he's just so much better than anybody else on his team that, to survive, they've got to rely on him so much. It would be great when these other players kind of pick up their game, and I think he'd be the first to tell you, I'd rather get 18 points a game. I don't like scoring 40-plus points a game, but it's kind of the way the season has evolved as they continue to try to figure out what they are in the wake of the Durant departure. So they've got a lot of things going on right now. Young players are trying to work in there, and I can appreciate the situation. Harden has been terrific. Leonard has been terrific. LeBron continues to be, the best player in the league. This is going to be a very tough one because there are many worthy candidates. I can't disagree with what Rick says. He's so astute in what he looks at. He's incredibly honest. It just seems historically that if you would not vote for Westbrook, you might be like missing something real prominent. Then a couple years down the road, we're going to look back and say, how couldn't you have voted for a guy that broke something that happened back in the early 60s in the NBA? But what Rick says is right on the money. I mean, Oscar played within the framework and the speed and the pace of the team he was playing on in Cincinnati.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.